Hey, welcome to this quick overview of the Asset Library Workshop. This is a self-paced but intensive course focusing on the creation of high-quality assets for your projects. I'll walk you through the setup of custom advanced brushes for ZBrush, PBR materials, meshes, textures, lighting setups, and a lot more. All the lessons have been structured with clear steps that are easy to follow and that you can easily reproduce in the future. We'll start with the basics to get a good grasp of the brushes system in ZBrush, what are the types of brushes, and the cool things that you can do to modify them. We'll then use those custom brushes to create even more resources and to produce other assets like textures and bases for custom PBR materials. We're also going to create some fancy materials with Adobe 3D Sampler and Adobe 3D Painter, but I will also cover how to create maps for PBR workflow directly from ZBrush. As we move in further into the lessons, you realize that the methodic approach is the foundation that allows you to be more productive by repurposing assets and setting up templates. By the end of this workshop, you'll have your own set of assets and a clear blueprint on how to produce even more useful resources. I will also cover some ways of presenting your assets, different ways of sharing them, and what goes behind the release of one of my resource pack from the design and the marketing perspective. And this should give you some additional steps that you can take in case you want to offer your own asset as a product and release your library into the wild. This workshop is ideal if you are a 3D artist that want to speed up workflows and build a library of high-quality assets that are your own. And the cool thing is that you don't need to be an expert. The process that I will be covering has a straightforward approach and clear stages. I'll explain all the steps and features that I use, but if you already know a little bit about ZBrush and the Adobe 3D tools, it would be easier for you to follow along. To join this course, all you need is to be eager to learn a simple workflow to create your own custom assets, and in terms of the tools required, you need a recent version of ZBrush. 2022 would be ideal, Photoshop or similar, Blender, which is free, and Substance 3D Sampler. I will also cover my process in other tools like 3D Painter and briefly mention things like Keyshot, Marmoset, and Maverick Render, just to show you the portability of some of the assets. It would be great if you have access to these extra tools, but they're not essential to completing the workshop. Alright, let's go ahead and create some cool stuff. I'll see you in the course.